Hello, fellow crafters and paper artisans. It's Chandra with Stock and Stuff. I am here for the popcorn and movie swap hosted by Jenny Hampton Worthington. And I saw it on Instagram and joined the swap. And so I just want to show you real quick. We had to do a folio or flip style album, and I showed you that yesterday. Or the other day, we had to do a beaded item, a shaker, a set of two embellishments, which were the crafter's choice, and then include a gift with the theme. And some creative packaging is a must. So I did a gift for Jenny, which contains most of the items, and I just did the what is this called? Anyway, it's like a folio, but it's got 3 pockets, and I put her things in there. I did not make her a so the things I didn't do embellishments for her, and I did not do a folio, but I did add some other little goodies in there for her. So this one is for her, and I told her that, you know, her gift didn't have all the requirements, so that when she does her video, if she does that, she won't use this one. And I used the Summer Blockbuster SVG, and I knew I wanted to get, you know, a lot of things in the box, and I knew it needed to be, you know, of some size. And, you know, I have like 3 or 4 different little popcorn boxes that, you know, are open at the top, and they just weren't wide enough, especially for the folio that I had made. I needed it to be able to fit this in. So there was a popcorn tub in that SVG bundle, and but when I cut it, I cut the whole thing, and when I cut it and I saw how big this base was, I said to myself, how am I going to mail that and be able to put both gifts and be able to turn it around so Jenny could send it to the swap partner? And so I decided that wasn't the way to go. So I wanted to, you know how you're at the ballpark and you get those boxes of popcorn, and I wanted to do that, and I didn't want to buy those boxes from anybody because you have to buy them in bulk. So I looked for some SVGs, couldn't find one, and I thought to myself, really, it's a rectangular box, Chandra, you can make that yourself. So I sketched out my measurements for the box, and what I did was I had Googled the box, you know, so much, and one of them had the measurements of this box, because it was a company trying to sell it, and they were trying to tell you what the measurements were. So I used those measurements, modified them a little bit, because I ended up using 8.5 by 11 paper. So I sketched it out, cut it twice, and scored it. And so I just wanted to make sure I was on the right track. And so I made a sample with my 12 by 12, and then I realized, hey, I didn't have any white 12 by 12 heavy cardstock. So I took 1.5 inches off the bottom and did the new, so I was able to use 11 inch. I took 1 inch off, or 1/2 inch on each side. So I was able to use 8.5 by 11 paper. So this was my little prototype I made. So I'm going to put it together with my directions and put it away so I can remember that I have it. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. So I used yellow pockets on the inside, and I'm going to tell you why I did that. I have this stack of plastic bags, and it's in a bin that's called Unfinished Projects. And the reason that this was unfinished is because I needed one more 8.5 by 11 sheet of heavy yellow cardstock, and I didn't have it. And so I ended up doing something else and put that in the bin. And so apparently I still haven't bought a new cardstock. So I'm thinking yellow and red, popcorn goes together. So I just used a white base and kept my yellow pockets. And now my little bag of that unfinished project I've got it out of the way. So I was excited about that. So here is my box. And I didn't do stripey, but I found this in one of my paper pads. I didn't even bring it to the table. I found this in there, this red and white paper. I had already cut the fresh popcorn because I had cut the tub and then decided not to use it. In my files, in my stash of my files, I had this popcorn and movie little ticket. And so I don't know where I got it from. I just had searched popcorn and it came up. And so I was like, wow, I have this. And so I had three. I have this is popcorn and movie, and then this admit one. Then I have it again where this is blank, and then I have it again where this is on this side and this side is blank. So I decided to keep this format. I created a shadow for it, and then I used the blank ones as well. So this is the original one that the SVG or wherever I got it from came from, and it was like perfect. So I added that, and then I used this throughout, and so I decided to make bag toppers with it. So my first thing is my popcorn and movies and bellies. I didn't have enough room to put embellishments, and I didn't want it to be so tiny. And then I had in the collection, the SVG bundle, there's some little popcorn, and so I used those. I cut them, and then I realized they were also just single cuts, and it was a lot of little pieces. So I just did yellow. And I just added them throughout. But I also want to say that I took all of those together and I did like unite, and I created this big popcorn bundle, and then I just used it as like some background pieces. And because you can see I used it on both of those. All right, so there's this reel that is a SVG in that collection. And there's also the shaker. Well, I don't know if it's shaker, but there's the film strip piece, and I cut it in half so I could use it on this reel. And I did size the reel down to 3.5 because it came at 4, and I wanted it to be small enough to use on a card or on something. And then this was part of that sticker collection, the Paper House 3D collection. This and the 3D glasses. And then I had bought some brads. I bought 2 sets. One has the reel and the movie clapper, and the other set has popcorn and ticket. And I bought them both because I figured I'd use them. So I used 3 stickers from that collection. This paper from the carnival. Snacks came from this set. This Say Cheese, Tinseltown. And then so I made that reel. And then I did a second one. And basically there's the popcorn brad. And then there's the sticker. These 2 stickers came from the collection. This one from the Simple Stories. And so I thought those came out cute. And this was the last thing I did. I just could not come up with what I was going to do for my embellishments. I found not Temu, not Ali. I found another bead store that is still China though. And they had a movie set of beads. So I got them. You see there's a ticket, there's the reel, there's the camera, and there's popcorn. I did a keychain, which I also bought the set from them. And then I made this dangle to attach to it. And I just used, I didn't have any red beads. And so I ended up using this orange and yellows and white and the blue. So I thought they came out cute. And so there's my ticket, bag topper, popcorn and movie beaded keychain. So they know exactly what they're getting. And then this was my gift. So Hobby Lobby had these little popcorn charms, and it didn't work out with what I was doing here. So I said, oh, I can make that the gift. And so what I did was, so I had this bag topper gift, and then it's like it holds the card. And so I did popcorn movie gift, and I backed it on blue. So I changed all the words yellow, blue, and red, and then did the ticket in the back. And then I gave her some beads and tassels and the little chain and the jump rings and whatever you call those things. And I called it Make Your Own Keychain Kit. I don't know. I was stretching, but I thought it was cute. And I even gave her the keychain in gold. And then I did my shaker. I had bought a popcorn shaker dies, popcorn and fries from, where did I get it? I got it from Amazon actually, because I looked at Ali and Temu and I don't want to buy that much. I just wanted this die. And so I already paid for Prime, so I figured I'm just going to get it from them. And so it was easy to cut, easy to do. It had the word popcorn. I cut that on with, double-sided tape on the back, and then I just stuck it on there. I kept it in the die, and then I pushed it out on the acetate, and I thought it came out cute. And then there's some more of my popcorn. So this die set comes with popcorn, so you see it's a little different. So I added it there. It has the word yummy, so yummy popcorn. And then I just used some shaker mix stuff that's in my stash. And then I added 2 popcorns, and you can shaker is so light you may not be able to see it there, that yellow. And then in the SVG bundle, there is a clapper. And so I cut it, and I thought I was going to use it for ephemera. And then I said, you know what, this is kind of the size of a Memorex card. So I made it a Memorex card. And then I didn't do so good on cutting my holes at the bottom, but it's okay. So I use my clapper brad here just to kind of for the theme. So I called this one the Popcorn Movie Swap, so that you remember. And then there's my info on the back. So I really like that, how that came out. And so I think I got all my pieces for this swap, and it all fit inside of my little box here. And so I am getting this in the mail, and to be in full disclosure, I think I got it in the mail a day later, but I had a close death in my family this weekend, and it just threw everything off kilter. Oh, I didn't show on my video yesterday. I used also some cut aparts on the back of that. I didn't even show that part. I just thought about it when I looked at it. All right, so here's the other thing. So I figured out how to make the box, and then I was like, how am I gonna close the box? So I just tried to make, how you see the little tabs, on your stuff. And because my, I cut that 1/2 inch off, it's a little short, but I think it's gonna work okay. And so I may put a piece of washi right there just to, make sure that it makes the trip. But otherwise, I think it all turned out really cute. So I hope my swap partner likes it. I hope that Jenny likes her gift as well. And I want to say thanks for watching, and check out her channel. I'm sure she'll be showing some of the swaps that she's received. I haven't watched. I know there's 2 out there right now for sure. I haven't watched any because I wanted to finish my swap first, because whenever I do that, then I'm like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, and I didn't want to beat myself up because I just didn't have time to go back and do more. So have a great day, and happy crafting. Thanks for watching.